Welcome back to another reading insert genre for a week video. This is a very unofficial intro because I just got back from a run because it's finally not minus 20 degrees outside. But this week we are going to be reading only romance books because it's February and that just feels right. So the first book that we're going to be reading is Heartless by Elsie Silver, which is the second book in the Chestnut Spring series. And this is about Cade, who is the older brother of Rhett, the love interest from Flawless. And he's 13 years older than Willa, who is babysitting his son for the summer, I think. He's super closed off, rough around the edges, and she's very like sunshine. It's grumpy sunshine. He doesn't even look her way until they get into a hot tub one night for Game of Truth or Dare, and all bets are off, and so are their clothes. So this sounds fun. I don't know how I feel about age gap. It's a 13-year age gap, which if they're both like adults, I think I'll be okay with. We're gonna read it and find out. So I'm gonna grab a snack, read a little bit while I cool off, and we'll check in later. Sit. Go for it. I think I ended up reading 100 pages at least. Yeah, I'm on page 126 of Heartless. I have hair on my tongue, probably a dog hair. And I'm eating this up. I was a little bit unsure with the age gap. I don't think it bothers me because Willa's 25, but I love Willa. I love Willa so much, and I love Jake. Is it Jake or is it Jack? It's not either. It's Luke. I love him so much I forgot his name. The kid in this book, he's really cute. Cade, I'm still a little bit iffy on, but I think he'll grow on me. He's just very like grumpy coded and like rough exterior, and I like that Willa calls him out on it though, because she doesn't let him like actually disrespect her. She's very like fiery. These are so fun. Like, I guess I'm a small town romance girl. Something about it just really entertains me, and the tension again in this book is so good. It was really good in Flawless. I assume it is going to be good in all of them. Tonight is the Percy Jackson show season finale, so I probably will not be reading very much today, but maybe before bed I'll try and get a little bit more of this book in. It's also the day that Crescent City came out, and I am fighting every urge to start that book. I'm gonna do a reading vlog on that next week once I finish my little romance era. Reading like 20 or 30 pages yesterday, nothing crazy, and I think for the majority of this vlog so far I have been in this exact same spot, and I've had really horrific cramps the last 2 days and I simply cannot bring myself to move. I did work out though, even though I really didn't want to, and it actually helped a lot, which is really annoying, but I'm currently on chapter... That's not what I meant to say. I'm currently on page 274, which is a pretty decent chunk of this book, honestly, and I'm eating this up. I think I said that before. It's a little bit cringy sometimes and a little bit over the top, but I love it. I love Willa so much. She pushed a small child into a pool, and honestly the kid had it coming. And Cade is growing on me. I think it's just that he's the very like big, broody, gruff man who is like emotionally unavailable because he's been scorned by a woman in the past, and I've read that. I've read that many a times. I really like the soft spot he has for his son Luke, whose name I do know, and I like that he's kind of a simp for Willa. I have far surpassed the first kiss and more in this, and I have to say Elsie Silver writes tension really well, and something about the cowboys, I don't know, the small town vibes, it's so fun. So I am hoping hopefully going to finish this soon, because originally I wanted to read 3 books in this video. We might still, I don't know. It's just not looking super probable at our current pace. It's now Thursday, but I did end up finishing Heartless last night, which I did not think I was going to do, but I got to the last like 100 pages and I just had to finish it. And I gave this book 4 stars, which is the same as what I gave Flawless. I think I liked Flawless a little bit more, but I really, really enjoyed this book. It's so fun. Like, these just make me happy, and they're such a good, easy, like, distraction almost. I actually really didn't mind the age gap in this, which is good to know about my romance taste. There is something at the end that I'm not entirely sure how I feel about, but I think it's a very like personal preference thing, and I don't want to spoil it, so that's very vague, I'm sorry. Cade really grew on me by the end of the book. It was really nice to see him like become happier around Willa, and I love Willa. I loved her from the start. I loved her till the end, and I feel like the spice scenes in this did kind of like ick me out occasionally with like the way they talk to each other, like the dirty talk, I guess, in this. But I have to say, I love that so far, at least, knock on wood, there has been no miscommunication trope in either of the books that I've read in this series so far. They have both been like actual like life issues that both characters just kind of have to learn how to navigate apart and together, and it is dealt with pretty maturely, I feel like, which is really nice because like these are full-grown adults, and I feel like sometimes when you're reading an adult romance, the miscommunication is just so much more annoying because I'm like, you're an adult, you have a fully formed brain in your head, like talk to each other, versus like a YA romance. I find it easier to kind of let go because I'm like, oh, they're like 16, it's fine. Overall, these books are like candy. That's like the best way I can describe it. Like, they're just so like sweet, fun, sugary. This was like the exact romance that I needed right now, especially because I have been kind of in the middle of a reread of ACOTAR, which this is not relevant to this video, but I also finished reading the novella Court of Frost and Starlight tonight. So it's nice to have kind of a palette cleanser of this book, and I think that's what I'm going to do with the rest of the series, is like in between other more like intense books, I'm going to read one of these because they're perfect for that. So next up, where is it? There it is. We're going to read The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. This is on my February TBR because it is a Valentine's Day time loop book, and I love time loops in books, in shows, and movies. This one is also pretty short. Hey, there's a bookmark in here. I think it's under 300 pages, so hopefully this will be pretty easy to fly through, and I just really love Lynn Painter's YA romance, and at the end there's like a playlist in it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like entirely Taylor Swift songs, pretty much, which I'm here for. I'm going to start reading this a little bit tonight, but I also kind of want to watch The Night Agent. I'm so late to that show, but I just started watching it and I'm kind of addicted. We'll see how far into this I actually get tonight. Saturday. I was up until 2 a.m. reading this book. I don't know why. I read like half of it almost. It's kind of addicting and bingeable, which is nice. I feel like Lynn Painter's writing usually is. If you watch my reset video, I'm obsessed with oatmeal right now. But I like that we like just completely jump into the time loop, and our main character kind of reminds me of Liz from Better Than the Movie, honestly. She's very like a perfectionist, wants everything to work out like exactly the way she plans. So it's been kind of fun to get to know her, and it's like not just her boyfriend cheating on her on Valentine's Day, it's like everything that could go wrong goes wrong. So I'm actually excited to keep reading this. Not that I thought I wouldn't like it, I just kind of expected it to be, I don't know, like a 3-star book. I don't know why, but I'm really enjoying it. to go to the mall, so I figured I could tell you about the do-over while I'm doing my makeup. I actually got pretty far into it last night. It's definitely a very bingeable book, which I appreciate. I feel like Lynn Painter's books always are. And it's gotten to the point now in the time loop where she has passed like denial and accepted it, and she's doing the thing where she's like, wait, I can do whatever I want and there are no consequences to my actions. So she's calling it a donk, a day of no consequences. I'm honestly pretty close to the end, so I have a feeling that the donk is gonna be the thing that breaks the time loop. But I'm excited to see where it goes. I don't know if I love the romance that much. Like, it's not bad. It's not better than the movies level. I desperately need to clean my makeup brushes and sponges because I don't even want to think about how long it's been. I'm probably gonna finish it tonight, which means we've only read 2 books in this video, so I apologize. But honestly, that's pretty good for me because I average about 6 books a month, which is like a book and a half a week, and that's kind of all I can manage. I like that we're learning more about our main character Emily too, because she's a very like uptight kind of person. We're learning like the backstory as to why she's like that, and then we also are learning a lot about Nick and why he's kind of closed off, and I'm kind of scared that there's gonna be some sort of dumb like 3rd act conflict between them. You know, maybe not, maybe it'll be fine. And I feel like Lynn Painter's really good at capturing what it's like to be a teenager, like with crushes and like friend and family drama and all that stuff. Like, she writes that really well, so I appreciate that. I'm gonna go to the mall, get some food, and get some like Valentine's Day stuff for my best friend, which I cannot show you because I know for a fact that she's watching this video and it's going up before Valentine's Day. And then we'll come back and then kind of finish the book, and I'll give you my final thoughts. But it's definitely fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's a very good Valentine's Day book for sure. I just got out of the mall, so I'm gonna give you a little haul of the stuff that I got for myself. It is so sunny today and I'm so happy about it. I got a coffee crisp. I just saw it and I wanted it. I think this is a Canadian thing. Like, I'm pretty sure they don't have these in the States. This is such a good chocolate. And then I went to Bath & Body Works because they were having a mist sale today. So I got, this isn't a mist, but I got a mini of this like clementine scent. And then I got this like full-size one in Peach Bellini, which is one of my favorite candles from them. I'm excited to use this because I love peach scents. On top of that, I also read a bit more of the do-over while I was eating my lunch. A good portion of this book is the donk. I hate saying that word, with Emmy and Nick, and Nick's our love interest, and it's really cute. It was really fun to read. The donk is over now, and it seems like things are going to ship pretty fast afterwards, so I think my predictions might be correct. But I think Emily really found herself on the donk and like put herself first for the first time in a long time, which was really fun to read because she was very carefree. I do really like her. Nick, the vibes are a bit off in my opinion, but we'll see what happens in the last like, I don't know, quarter. So I'm gonna go home now and finish the book. So I officially finished the do-over. I ended up giving this 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun, really bingeable, just really easy to fly through. I think I've said this multiple times, but Lynn Painter's writing for me is always like that. I love how she gets like the essence of a rom-com in all her books, and I love the endless Taylor Swift references. I think I said earlier I didn't know how I feel about Nick. I still don't love him, honestly, as the male love interest, which is kind of why this wasn't a higher rated book for me, because I'm not like rooting that hard for them, because I feel like he was kind of, I don't know, like he has some issues to sort out, but he kind of redeemed himself at the end, so happy for them, I guess. But I did really like Emily. She starts off as this really like high-strung, organized person, and then you see kind of cracks in that facade as it goes on, and throughout her like multiple Valentine's days she realizes that she needs to start living for herself and not to please other people, which is just a nice message. This is a great YA romance. Definitely like Lynn Painter's YA romances more than her adult romances, I think I've decided. And I'm not the biggest YA romance person because I think a lot of the time they just feel kind of immature, but I just love the way Lynn Painter captures the like feeling of being 16, 17 and having a crush and everything so authentically. And then we also finished Heartless. So these are the two books that I read this week. I really enjoyed both of these, honestly. A really good lead up to Valentine's Day. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below what romance books you have read or want to read this month if you want to read any, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!